A different kind of Murder Mystery 2 video. Today we are going to be doing my top 10 favorite knives in my inventory, not of the game, of like the whole game. However, these are the top 10 of my favorite knives in the game currently right now that are in my inventory. So let's just get to it. And if you, however, do enjoy videos like this, leave a like. And if you're new around here, subscribe for more. And if we get enough likes, like 10, I will do my top 10 favorite guns in my inventory currently. So without further ado, let's keep this intro short and let's get on to number 10 spot in my list. Number 10 is Ruin, because I mean it looks cool. Like, look at the nice purple textures, also because of the fact that it is a pretty cool legendary knife. And if we go on to the value list real quick, it is kind of in the it is in the tier 2 list, which is pretty high. And really, other than that, it is pretty high up there for an still unboxable. It probably might always will be an unboxable legendary knife. So that's why it takes number 10 place on my list. Number 9 is the Magma knife. The reason why it places number 9 on my list is because of the fact that it is the only rare knife. Also, it is the only rare item in my Halloween spot in my inventory. And it is also one of the oldest knives in my inventory, period. It is from 2017, and it's from the 2017 Halloween thing, as you can see on its pumpkin logo there with the 2017 year date on it. Also, I also chose it because of the fact of how cool it looks, like the lava cracks inside, or sorry, not inside, but on the texture of the blade and everything. Also, that handle part here is really gold looking and really excels and makes the blade look a lot better. It's like almost the default knife, but look how the default knife looks kind of dull and everything, and same with the handle kind of gold part. But the Magma absolutely makes that old gold, and it looks like it kind of is warmer and everything. It excels at this part of the blade here, or sorry, the handle right here, and it makes the gold look a lot better. It looks like it just was fresh out of like being burnt or whatnot. Anyways, then we also have the handle is like kind of like lava or magma has been dried up and whatnot, and it has turned into that black rock stuff that you can see near volcanoes and everything for the handle. It looks like that. And also, if we go to the value list real quick again, it also says it is a Halloween 2017 one. It says trade only, so it is only tradable. You can only get it from trading, which, by the way, guys, I'm not giving it away unless if it's a good trade or something like that. However, it's in the tier 2 list, as you can see, and it is pretty high up there with the rares and stuff, so it's a pretty good knife to get, and that's why it places number 9 on my list. Number 8. Okay, guys, so it is the Skulls knife that will place number 8 on my list. The reason why it places number 8 is, for one, it is my only legendary item in my Halloween. So again, it's like the Magma. However, it is a bit better than the Magma because it is a legendary. And also, I picked it because of how it looks, and it's super cool with that skull look and that kind of lightish gray around here and everything, and the lighting on it's pretty cool. I love the skull look on it. I love that kind of like brownish, kind of tannish look. The handle's the same as the default, so I can't really say much about that one, that part of the blade, sorry. But I love the skull look on it, and it looks really cool and everything. And it just looks like a legendary knife. It just exactly looks like how I would imagine a legendary knife. And it is my favorite Halloween knife out of all my Halloween knives. Also, real quick, we also have to go back again to the value list. Okay, so the Skulls is, again, another tier 2 list thing. So it is more and more valuable, sorry, than the Ruin. Not by much, but it is still more valuable. And really, other than that, it is a 2019 Halloween one, like a Halloween knife, sorry, 2019 Halloween. And really, other than that, it is pretty good, but it is not one of the best legendaries there are, so oh well. But as long as I got it, I love it still. Number 7 is the Green Fire knife. The reason why I picked it for my number 7 spot is, for one, it is a 2017 legendary Christmas knife. Now, I have more Christmas knives, but I picked this one specifically because of the fact that it was from 2017. But I also picked it because of how it looks. I remember getting it, but wow, I can't believe I got it back in 2017. Man, time has flown by since I've gotten this knife. The handle part, however, looks exactly like the default knife. However, I love the green kind of fire look on the blade. It really does look quite good and everything. The handle is a nice green, like the default knife, but however, it is green instead of gold. And that's really all I can say about the like kind of look of it, but it does look really cool. And again, like the Skulls knife, it just, in my mind, it just looks like it should be a legendary knife, and it is, so it makes sense. Onto the value list, and it also, by the way, not on tier 2 anymore, sorry, not on tier 2 anymore. We are on tier 3. This is how good the Green Fire is. It is on the tier 3 list, so it is one of the best legendaries there is. And it is pretty good because of the fact that it came out in 2017. So I've had it for since then. So I've had it for at least 3 years now. So it is one of my oldest knives again. And you can only trade for it. By the way, I'm not trading it because I do love the knife as well, like the Skulls. And it is a pretty good knife. That is why it places number 7 on my list. Number 6 is the Eero knife. Now you may be wondering, why the heck is a common knife that has been around on the game for so long placed number 6? The reason is, it's because this is my list, and the Eero knife was the very first thing that I ever got in Murder Mystery 2. It was the first knife, also the first weapon that I ever got in the game, and that's why I placed this number 6, because I've had it since 2016, and I've had it longer than any other knife I've had in the game, so that's why it places number 6 on my list. And I've had it for so many years, and I'm just used to having it, and I haven't used it really since, I think, like 2016 or 2017. I can't remember when I stopped using it, but I haven't used it since then. But I also really do like the blade look. It's a nice blue. I like the blue handle part here. I don't know why there's this kind of like upset emoji here, like of the text thing. I don't know if that was always there. I don't think it was, but I think it might have been newly added. I don't know. But I also like that kind of like shaped stuff here that's blue as well. The blade just overall, it's simple looking, but it looks nice. And let's go on to the value list for it. So the Eero knife, you can only trade it or buy it. I do remember collecting enough coins to get it. Now, the Sidewinder, Grind, Oily Indie, and Tail Slide were also other knives that you can get like it. There were, I can't remember what it was called, but it was a thing in the older version of Murder Mystery 2 before the newer update came out, where we had like a different setup. There was no mystery box 1 or 2. We had an uncommon box, common box, rare box, legendary box. We still have like the rainbow box, gun box 1, 2, and whatnot, and knife box 1 to 5 and stuff. But there was also like this sparkle pack, but they weren't in the sparkle pack. That was the sparkle knives. But I can't remember what the pack was called for these guys, but they were in there. I can't remember how much it costed, but I remember saving up enough coins and then getting the Eero knife because I was like, hey, this knife looks cool. So I bought it with the coins that I collected in the game, and I've had it ever since then. And really, other than that, that's why I got it. And sorry, that's how I got it. But that's why I placed this number 6 on my list, is because it's the first thing that I ever got in the game. So it's special to me. So let's move on to the next spot. Number 5 is the Frostbite knife. Now, I only got this back in 2019, and I bought it using the Robux when it was available, where you could buy it with Robux during the 2019 Christmas event. The reason why it's number 5 is because, well, it's a godly, and I don't have very many godlies in my inventory, but that's really kind of all I can really say. But it also looks cool. I do like how it looks kind of like frostbite-ish because of like the ice on the side of it. I wonder what the knife would look like without the ice actually though, and just kind of like just the knife, but it almost looks like the default knife, but then they added like the ice onto it, which I really do like because it probably might have been like a model like the default knife almost, but then they changed it up and put like kind of icy kind of things on it. The handle, however, isn't gonna like anything like the default knife though. That's the thing. My hand's in the way. I can't even see this. Okay, you know what? We're gonna have to go be a murderer and take a better look at this. Wait, no, but you hold it in your hand. Whatever. Okay, but yeah, I like how they have like an icicle kind of like here on the end here, and I like the handle and everything. It is a good knife looking, but it places number 5. It isn't my favorite godly in my inventory. And let's check out the value list for it. Okay, so here we go. So its value is 20 seers, and again, it's trade only, so it's It's an okay godly. However, it's pretty much at the bottom list. At least it's not a seer, but however, it is on the bottom list of the godlies. And same with the Nightblade and Bioblade, which I also have. So I don't have any great godlies. So it's okay, guys. Hopefully I will get one day when I don't know. Hopefully I get a really good godly one day. Although it is actually apparently the best godly knife in my inventory. That's strange. I didn't know that. Moving on. Number 4 is the Bioblade. Now, I did get this knife pretty recently, and it is one of the few godlies that I do have in my inventory. Now, the reason why I place this number 4 is because I do like the look of it. Also because of the fact that it's a godly. I like the green for it. It really does look like a Bioblade, if you would call a Bioblade. I really like the green for it. It does look quite nice. I do like it. It's a pretty cool knife. It doesn't really go well with me because of, like, I'm pretty much all blue and everything. But it's green. If I was green, it would look fantastic on me if I was, like, green, like Kermit the Frog. It's not easy being green, but however, it's not easy being blue. Let's check out the value list for it. And the Bioblade is, however, actually on the bottom of all the godlies. However, Hollow's Blade is pretty much next to it. Actually, it is a bit better. If you see the demand, it's demanded 3. However, the Hollow's Blade, I would rather have the Hollow's Blade because of the fact that it's a 2017 and it's a trade only. So, right now, the Bioblade currently is a buy and you can trade it. I don't know if it will always be that, but it will definitely always be a trade thing, like all things are in Murder Mystery 2. Now let's move on to the next spot on our list. Or, sorry, it's my list, not your list. Number 3 is the Nightblade. The reason why it is 3rd on my list is because of the fact that I've had it for a long time. Also because of the fact that it is a godly, and it's not the first godly I ever got. That was the Heat, but I don't have the Heat no more, unfortunately, because it is actually my favorite godly out of all the godlies in the game currently right now. Anyways, we're talking about what I have in my inventory, so let's get back to that. The Nightblade, the reason why I place it number 3rd is because it's a godly. Also, I love the curviness of it. Like, it literally is cool. And I love the handle for it too. I love that how it kind of looks like, I don't know, it kind of looks like a bat almost here, but not, you know, obviously. And I love that, like, kind of spike. It almost looks like it actually has 2 blades because of that spike for a handle. And I don't really know what else to say of it because it is only just black, so I mean, you can't really talk much about it because of it's only one color. Although the shading on it, it does look pretty cool though for the shading on it. Now let's go into the value list for it. So it is not much better than the Bioblade. However, it is near the bottom. However, though, it still says you can buy it. They need to update it. I don't think that you can buy it anymore. Anyways, it is a bit better than the Bioblade and the Hollow's Blade. It is the same with the Ghost Blade. However, in my opinion, I would rather the Nightblade over the Ghost Blade. Anyways, the Nightblade is not one of the best godlies. It is one of the worst godlies, but however, it is still a godly, and a godly is one of the best knives in the entire game. So, that's why I place this number 3rd on my list. And with that being said, let's move on to our next spot. Number 2 is the Corrupt. The reason why the Corrupt is number 2 on my list is because of the fact that it's the only unique knife in the entire game currently. And I also do like it because, again, it's the only unique. And we have to get on to how it looks. The reason why I like it is because the handle, it looks a bit like the default, but I think it is a bit different though. However, I love that handle part, how it's like a silverish gray. It goes good with the gold. And I love the texture on it. As you can see through here, there looks to be some nice fancy symbols in the gold. And also, if you can see in the gold, it looks to be a screaming face. Now that is pretty cool. And it does look like the screaming face is actually being like a reflection on the knife as you're about to stab the person. So it does look like that kind of, and it really does make the knife look really nice. And I love the gold for it. It's one of the probably the most detailed knives because of the fact that it has a screaming face on it and with the gold and everything. And it really is honestly probably one of the most detailed knives, even if it doesn't have like a different like shape like other like a lot of the knives in the game that are like godlies and ancients. However, again, it's the only unique knife. That what makes it unique. Anyways, going to the value list for it. As you can see, it is the only unique item in the game. Fake! The only way you can get it is by trading with it. Its value is 95 seers, so it is one of the most valuable things in my inventory. I think it is actually the most valuablest thing in my inventory though. However, it's not one of the most, it isn't the valuablest thing anymore in the game. I don't think it ever was, but it might have been at one point. I can't remember. However, its origin is data lost. Anyways, it really is quite a fascinating knife. It's been in the game ever since it came out. Because of the fact, in Murder Mystery 1, people, when they were going to Murder Mystery 2, they lost all their stuff from Murder Mystery 1, so Nicholas gave them the corrupt to the people who played Murder Mystery 1, to basically, because they lost all their stuff in Murder Mystery 1 that they had, so he gave them the corrupt, because, I mean, they lost all their stuff, so they could actually have one of the most valuablest things in the game, also because, you know, he wanted to be nice and give them something, because of the fact that they lost everything in the other game. So it's a nice thing. And yeah, now honorable mentions. The 2017 candy corn. Now the reason why it's an honorable mention is because of the fact that it is a pretty old common knife, and I really do like the look of it though. It does look kind of like a candy corn, honestly, and it looks nice. The candy swirl. I almost put this one on, but because of the fact that it's a 2019 rare, I didn't feel like it should be put on, because I also don't feel like it's one of my favorites, but it is a pretty cool one because of like it does actually look like it's a candy swirl, and I do like the handle for it too. It looks pretty cool. Again, another 2017 Christmas knife. However, I didn't put it on because of the fact I don't really like the look of it, so that's really it. And again, we have another 2017 knife, which is the present. Sorry, I actually had to check out the name for it. So it's the present. Another reason why I didn't put it on is because of the fact that, I mean, it looks pretty cool, but it doesn't look like it's just all wrapped. It doesn't have really a unique kind of feature in my mind. Also because of the fact that if I put this effect on, it almost looks kind of the same, but it doesn't quite. But it's an honorable mention. Now our last honorable mention, or sorry, my last honorable mention, is the slime knife. The reason why this one is an honorable mention is because it's basically the default knife, but with slime on it, and it really does look like slime has been put on it. I really like the texture on it, and the slime just looks really cool on the default knife, and yeah. Now, number 1 is the Icewing. You could have probably guessed that by like once I put out like the corrupt knife at number 2. The Icewing, however, is my favorite because of the fact that I didn't actually get it in 2018. I got it in 2019 of September. Another reason why it is my favorite knife is because of the fact that, I've almost had it for a year now, so. Also because of the fact of how big it is, and it goes pretty good looking with my character, as you can see. It does look pretty nice with it. It does match with it pretty good. Same with the radio that I have. And it's also really big. And it has a big hitbox, so it's easy to kill with people, which I actually didn't know that for a while until I learned it from someone else. But yeah, I didn't know that, but I still like to use it because bigger hitbox, easier to hit people. But before that, I actually didn't know that, so I just kind of used it because I liked it a lot. And yeah, it is my favorite knife in my inventory currently right now. And yeah. Also, sorry, one more thing is also because of the fact when I got it, I made a video on that, actually getting it. I wasn't expecting to get in the video, but when I got in the video, I named it that. And that video currently, right now, is the most popular video on my channel. It's almost over 5,000 views. And that is another reason why the Icewing is a pretty remarkable knife, in my opinion, because of the fact of what it's done for me, for my channel. Also, by the way, a lot of people ask for it, actually, on that video. But if you're watching that and if you've asked, no, I'm not giving it away. Because, again, it's my favorite knife in my inventory. And also, I really do like the ice look on it, though. It is a pretty nice knife. It is also the biggest knife in the game, so that's another reason why it's pretty unique. Now, onto the value list for it, to end off this episode. I mean, video, not episode. Okay, so it is one of the 5 ancient knives. There are 5, just like there are 5 Nyx Geist out there. However, it is the lowest. an ancient one by quite a bit, actually. It's only at 10, and the Batwing's at 120. I do think the value for the Icewing should be almost with the Batwing, but not quite. Maybe at least at 100. That's what my opinion is, because I actually don't see a lot of people actually that have it, though. I do see more people that, like, I do know that it shouldn't be the most, like, valuable out of them, because, I mean, the next Scythe is, like, absolutely dominating the game, because there's only 5 minutes of its existence. However, though, I do think it should be higher, not than any of the other knives, because I do see at least more people who have it than what I've seen with the Batwing and the Log Chopper and the Elderwood Scythe. That's just what I think, because I do think that the Icewing should be more valuable, because I don't see many people with it. However, I do see more people with it than the Batwing, Log Chopper, and Elderwood Scythe. I just think the value should go up, and then demand and rarity should maybe at least go up. That's just my opinion. It is trade only, though. And really, other than that, I really hope you did enjoy this video, guys. Don't forget to leave a like, and if you're new around here, subscribe for more. And if you did enjoy this, ask me for another one on my guns in my inventory, which, honestly, that's going to be a harder list for me to decide. Obviously, the number 2 and 1 spot will be pretty easy. But if you want to figure out what those 2 guns are, leave a like and ask for it, and it will definitely come out in time. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed. Bye.